So today I want to talk to you about the most important coverage that you should have on your auto policy. And it's termed UM/UIM coverage. And what is that? So UM and UIM coverage, it's uninsured motorist and underinsured motorist coverage. And it's used interchangeably, so they fall under the same umbrella. But you want to make sure that you contact your car insurance company and tell them that you want UM coverage. They will know what you mean. Okay, you really want to get this on your policy because it protects you in the event that you're hit by an uninsured or underinsured motorist. So let's talk about the first type of motorist, uninsured. It's pretty straightforward, right? Uninsured motorist, someone who's driving around that's not carrying car insurance for themselves in the event that they hit and injure someone else, right? So somebody driving around with no insurance. So, I mean, pretty common sense. You get hit by someone with no insurance. You want the uninsured motorist provision on your policy to protect you in that event. And so the other scenario where you want the UM and UIM coverage is underinsured motorist, right? So what that means is that someone hits you and they have insurance, but they just don't have enough insurance to cover your injuries, okay? And so here's the scenario with that. Say someone hits you, right, and you're injured, and they cause you about $50,000 worth of injuries to you, right? And let's say that they just have a policy that covers them for $30,000 worth of injuries that they cause. What you do in that scenario, you and your lawyer would collect the $30,000 policy from the person who hit you, and then they would turn to your insurance company and get the rest of that $20,000 from your insurance company to fully compensate you for your injuries. And that's very important to have. I can't tell you the amount of clients that come to me and I have to break them the bad news that they do not have uninsured or underinsured motorist provision on their policy. The first thing they always say to me is, "What? I thought I had full coverage." What they have is they have the minimum coverages that they need to drive around and to be legally driving on the road. But full coverage does not mean that you have uninsured and underinsured motorists. It's been countless times where I've been able to get the policy limits from the person's insurance company that hits them, but that's the only recovery that we're able to get because they don't have uninsured or underinsured motorist provisions on their policy. Some clients, as soon as I told them that, they did the smart thing and went ahead and added it to their policy. But you want to already have it before you get in an accident because you have to have that provision on your policy prior to you getting into the accident that causes your injury. Very, very important that you guys get uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage on your policy. Don't think that you have it on your policy just because you have full coverage. Call your insurance company and ask them to send you your policy declaration sheet so that you can see the coverage that you have on your auto insurance policy. And if you don't see UM or UIM, that's uninsured or underinsured motorists on your policy, you want to call them back and ask them to add it to your policy. It really, really comes in handy in case you ever get into an accident, and it's relatively inexpensive compared to, the rest of your policy, just adding that little provision on. So please, I really urge you guys, get uninsured and get underinsured motorist coverage on your car accident policies. You will not regret it if, in fact, you get hit by someone who falls into the scenario that they either don't have enough insurance or they don't have insurance at all.